You know that feeling, right? That client whose name pops up on your phone and your stomach just sinks. It's that relationship that drains all your energy and makes you question why you even started this in the first place. Well, today, we're going to talk about how to flip that script and turn those really stressful situations into the dream partnerships you actually want.
You mean like the one who texts you at 11 p.m. with urgent changes?
Exactly. But here's the thing. What if the problem isn't really the client? What if it's your process? I've found that most quote-unquote difficult clients are really just reacting to a system that doesn't have clear expectations. So if you fix the process, you can pretty much transform the entire relationship. And to fix that process, we first have to understand what's actually driving their behavior. It's all about getting to the why behind what they're doing, instead of just reacting to the what. So why do clients feel the need to micromanage everything? Well, it almost always comes down to one thing: fear. It could be a fear of losing control, maybe fear from a bad experience they had in the past, or just a simple lack of trust because they don't really get your process. The thing is, none of this is malicious. It's just a defense mechanism. And what about that super vague feedback like, make it pop? Yeah, that's often another defense mechanism. They might not have the right words, the right terminology to be specific. Or sometimes they're actually afraid of coming across as too difficult. So instead of giving you clear direction, they fall back on something vague. So now that we know the why, we can actually start to fix it. And the key here is to shift your entire mindset from being reactive to being proactive. It all starts with building a strong foundation before the real work even begins. Success really rests on three main pillars. First, you have to educate the client on how you work. Second, you need a structured kickoff meeting to get everyone aligned on the goals. And finally, you have a contract that isn't just a legal document. It's a tool that creates total clarity for everyone involved. But look, even with the most perfect foundation, tough moments are going to happen. It's just part of the deal. And that's why you also need a playbook for how to handle those tricky conversations right in the moment. So what do you actually do when they ask for something that's way out of scope? Okay, this is a big one. You want to avoid a hard no. Instead, try using what's called the yes and approach. You affirm their idea. Yes, that's a great thought. And then you clarify the impact. And adding that is going to affect the timeline and the budget. How should we proceed? This turns what could be a conflict into a collaborative decision. So let's apply this to a classic client type, the micromanager. We already know their behavior is driven by that fear we talked about. So our entire strategy has to be about proactively building their trust from day one. The antidote to their anxiety is proactive structure. You have to over-communicate your process. Give them really detailed timelines so they're never surprised. And here's a pro tip. Ask for their input on things like communication preferences. It makes them feel involved and like they have some control. Okay, next up, the perfectionist. This is the client who really struggles with finality. They get caught in this loop of endless revisions because deep down, they're terrified of making the wrong choice. So, to help them, you need to create a framework that makes it feel safe for them to commit. Put clear revision limits right there in the contract. Limit their options to avoid decision fatigue. The number 3 is absolute magic here. And schedule official decision points to lock in choices and keep things moving forward. All right, we've covered the psychology, we've covered the tactics. Now let's turn all of this into a simple action plan that you can start using like today. The key here is to not get overwhelmed. Don't try to change everything at once. This week, just identify your stress points. Next week, just implement one new boundary. Then, over the next month, you can create your onboarding process. This step-by-step approach makes the whole change feel manageable and, more importantly, sustainable. And this might be the single most important takeaway from all of this. Every single interaction is an opportunity to teach your clients how to work with you. The moment you adopt that mindset, you shift from just being a service provider to being the leader in the relationship. So I'll leave you with this to think about. What is the one boundary you can set this week to protect your energy and your passion for the incredible work that you do? If you found this useful, please do us a favor and share it. Click that like button and subscribe to our channel for more explainers just like this one. Thanks for watching.